Okay, so this year I actually manifested everything I wanted, which is crazy. Okay, hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to record this video where I deep dive into my 2024 vision board and discuss how I was able to accomplish my goals for this year. I'm actually really proud of myself for putting my mind to something and actually accomplishing it. So just keep watching if you want to see how I was able to accomplish my goals. Okay, so I think one reason that I was able to accomplish a lot of my goals is because I was actually really excited about a lot of them when I was in the process of planning this out at the beginning of the year. I was in a really good mood. I think just being in a good mood literally helped me manifest the emotions of actually achieving my goals and take it off the pedestal too. Yeah. Yeah, so basically I've had so many goals in 2022, 2023, and I have really struggled with discipline and actually following through with the things that I say that I'm going to do. And that's crazy because why would you not have discipline when it comes to your goals? I think that's silly. And there are so many excuses that people come up with to not follow their goals. A lot of my excuses involve not having enough time, not having enough money, not having enough resources. And I am so proud of myself to say that I was able to make it happen despite the lack of time, despite not having enough money or not thinking that I had enough money. I was still able to make this work. And so it's just crazy, the things that people tell themselves, the excuses people have to not accomplish their goals. So basically, 2023, I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, and I didn't really end up doing any of it. I started a clothing brand, and then I shut it down because I was like, I don't want to be involved in the fashion industry. I've already had my real estate, and I was working on that, and I was trying to work on two things at the same time. And I was just getting really burnt out. There was a lot of stuff going on. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put a pin in it. I just need to focus on other things. A lot of my goals have been pretty similar for the last few years. They involve real estate, business, real estate, family, and just personal goals and stuff. So I'm really happy with the way things happened this year. So basically, the start of 2024 in January, or maybe it was in December, I made this list. I made a list of about 12 different things that I wanted to accomplish this year, and I made the list, and then I put dates under it, like calendar dates, and I would put what I did that day to accomplish my overall goals for the year. So that was one thing that I did that really helped me set my year off at a good start. The other thing that I did was create a vision board on Pinterest, and literally stuff started happening. It's really crazy how it actually came true. So I had about 12 different things, and I had the dates of what I was doing that day and how that would tie into the overall goal. And then the third thing I had was a journal. And this is just kind of like a brain dump of my emotions through the day, like limiting beliefs. I think journaling is super positive. So you can distinguish between your goals and your values, between intrusive thoughts or limiting beliefs or imposter syndrome, stuff that comes up that you don't identify with, and stuff that is just distracting you from your actual goals and basically clouding your judgment and affecting your discipline. I think it's just really good to just brain dump, kind of write it all down, and then you can forget about it because it's not affecting your mind. And then the fourth thing I did was create a list of affirmations that the goal version of me basically would have, that had all of my goals, that person, what they would say, like how easy it is, how easy is it to make money, how easy is it to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And I really didn't think any of this stuff would actually happen. I was just kind of doing it just to put it out there. But a lot of the stuff started coming true, and I'm like, oh my god, it's actually working. So that's crazy. The fifth thing that I did was I actually created a list of values that I wanted my business to have, and creators that I like to follow. I put those down there too, because I think on social media there is so much information out there. There's a lot of different things, And if you don't have values and goals, it is really easy to get distracted. There's a lot of stuff that's hilarious, but does it apply to my overall goals? And my overall goals are business. I really love business videos and I love motivational videos. Those are my favorite kinds of content to watch and create. I do find a lot of the videos funny, and there's a lot of like satire stuff on the internet, but I don't really want to embody that because I just don't want like the negative energy. I think there's a lot of stuff on dating and it's like going back and forth on like gender, which gender is better, and I can't watch that stuff. Like I actually had to delete a lot of my TikTok videos because I'm like, I don't like this. This doesn't align with my values. Like I think, everybody's arguing the whole 50-50, men should pay for everything. But I think that is really limiting to women. I think women should want to have their own goals, want to have their own desires, and should literally have their own plan because you never know what can happen in a relationship, and to rely 100% on one person just feels really problematic to me, but that is my idea. So if that doesn't apply to you, then I wouldn't listen to it. Take what resonates with you, and if it doesn't apply to you, then just ignore it. I know like everybody's different, everybody has what works for them. Me personally, I think like if you want to be a high value woman, you should have your own business, you should have your own goals, have your own career, have your own things going on, so you don't just rely 100% on one person. I can't stress that enough. Yeah, basically like brand identity, I would list creators who I identify with. I would just list the things that I identify with, and I would just put everything else like main quest and side quest. Like, what is my main quest? I love motivation, I love business, I love real estate. So those are the things that I'm very passionate about. And then the side quest would be like dating, what I eat in a day, you know, other things like that. There's a lot of like workout videos, which I almost decided to do strictly workout content because I'm very passionate about the health and fitness industry, but I'm more passionate about business and entrepreneurship and mindset videos. I think that is really like my cup of tea, and that's like what interests me the most. I think that having the list of values really helps you decide like where you want to go. Anyways, so basically, some of the stuff that I put on my vision board were very silly and just stuff that I put on there, and I had no idea if it was going to come true, and then it actually did. And one of the things that I put on there was to join a new gym, and I really liked the gym that I was going to before. Like, it had a lot of really nice amenities. My son loved the daycare there. We love the teachers, or yeah, basically the teachers there, the daycare staff. They were so sweet with my son, and he actually had a lot of fun going there. But it was really far away. So when I was leaving school to when I would get there, it would take like an hour with traffic, and that was a really long time. Basically, it was just the commute. So I actually joined another gym that's closer to my house, and I was eyeing this gym for like a year, but I always told myself I wouldn't be able to afford it because it was 4 times as expensive. And I was like, I couldn't afford this, and I actually got like a discount. So I signed up for it, and I didn't even know I could get a discount. So that's crazy. And it's a lot closer to my house. A lot of the stuff that I put on my vision board, I was like, you know what? Once I accomplish it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But before I accomplish it, like, it just feels like it's impossible. But, like stuff always works out, and like there's always like stuff that happens. I think one thing about manifestation and your vision board is like you don't know exactly how it's going to come true. You just have to put what you want, and then it eventually does come true, which is crazy. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the marathon. I put a marathon on my vision board, which I actually ran a half marathon, so it's pretty close. But basically, I found like a list on Pinterest that told you what you have to do every single day to run a half marathon. I've been wanting to do this since I think 2022, like 2 years ago, but I finally did it this year. So it has a list of stuff you do throughout the week every day or a few times a week. So you start off running like 3 miles every day, then 4, then 5, then 6, and 7. And then on the weekends, you'll do like a longer run. So I actually did that. I started off running 3 miles every day, or I think I would take 2 or 3 rest days. And then I eventually got up to 6 miles or 7 miles or 8 miles. And then one weekend, I just did the whole half marathon, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what it's gonna feel like when I actually run the marathon. And I did not tell anybody I was doing this. I literally just did it by myself for like a month. I just kept running every single day because I really didn't believe in myself. Like, I wasn't sure that this would actually be possible because like I do have knee problems. So on my rest days, I was actually still walking or doing weights, and I would still be stretching. I think that helped a lot. If I didn't do the weights and stretching, I don't know how I would be able to accomplish this, because I think that really helped, you know, it helps your body like not be so tense and just, yeah. So that was one thing that I did, and I signed up for the race. I didn't think I would finish, but I did. So I'm really proud of myself. I did it. So that was cool. And the third thing I had on my list was a business, and I basically just started a business. It is wholesaling. I know a lot of people don't think of wholesaling as a business, but it is a business. I just hired like 5 VAs that are helping me, and I think that a lot of people don't think of it as a business, but there's a lot of expenses actually that go into the business. Like, there's different dialers, there's like a manual dialer, automatic dialer, and like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't realize that is actually involved in this business. So that's kind of cool. The fourth thing that I manifested was being a content creator. I literally was so afraid to put myself out there and to talk about myself because I just don't want to come off as being conceited or being like full of themselves or whatever. But literally, just because you post videos, it doesn't mean you're full of yourself at all. Like, it just means you have a passion and you want to share that passion. So I think that kind of like shifted my mindset as well, because there are so many people that talk about the things that they love, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, just changing my mindset, getting rid of limiting beliefs. I finally did the things that I said I was going to do. Yes, and then so that's been a really cool experience. So then the fifth thing that I accomplished this year was my bachelor's degree. I've always wanted to get my bachelor's degree, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I actually went to another school in fall of 2023, and I ended up dropping out because it was too far for me. And with the commute, it would literally take me like 2 hours to get back, and that just didn't make sense for me to drive that far and spend that time away from my son as well as working at the same time. So I applied to a different school, and I was scared to apply to it because of the cost. I thought it was going to be really expensive, and I actually got a scholarship, which I didn't think I would get a scholarship. So that was really cool, and I actually graduated faster. I originally thought my bachelor's degree was going to take 2 years, which is why I kept putting it off, because I was just focusing on working and I didn't want to take the time off to actually get my degree, even though it's something that I've always wanted to do. So the school that I went to, I actually went full-time in person, and then I took classes online to be able to graduate faster. And I was like at an accelerated pace, and so I actually graduated in about 9 months actually. So yeah. And I'm actually really grateful that I actually took the time, because I was able to work really hard and just get it out of the way. That's kind of why I haven't really been posting on social media, is because I just wanted to get it out of the way. I actually did that at the end of May. I graduated. So I've been really focusing on just like working also. But I did want to talk about that. I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And then the half marathon I did in February, so I did accomplish like a lot of my goals. And then I've been mostly working on business, but aside from that, I just kind of wanted to touch base on this because I'm actually really happy that I did accomplish these goals. My degree was on my vision board. I have a picture of a diploma, and I have the same exact picture on my Instagram feed with a diploma. And I also had a picture of the half marathon. I had a picture of every single day, what you do during the week, like how many miles you run every day, and then the stuff that you need to do to build up to that half marathon. And I actually did that in January, the beginning of the year, and then I did the marathon I think in February. So I had those two things on my vision board. What else did I have? I had a lot of real estate stuff on my vision board, and I'm still working on that, so I will keep you updated on how that stuff goes, but I just kind of wanted to touch base on those. And I really think the things that I did to plan for this year really helped, because I had like a schedule for my school. I would update my schedule daily, and then I had goals that I wanted to accomplish by the end of this year, and I had that on my schedule, and then I'm updating that daily as well, and then a journal for anything else that comes up. I had the brand identity that I'm trying to stick with, and I also had the vision boards and also the affirmations list. I had a list of affirmations that I would go through like while I'm sleeping. If I was getting anxiety or getting overwhelmed for any reason, I would just like refer back to that list, which really helped me. I also did just invest in a life coach, which I think also really helps as well. I do a lot of EFT tapping and a lot of affirmations, sleep affirmations, to kind of like retrain your mind and become more abundance focused, focus on success, and actually like the actionable steps it takes to bring your vision to life. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on. Yeah, and I just wanted to talk about this, so I hope this can inspire somebody to achieve their goals. And if you like this video, please comment down below, or let me know any other kinds of videos that you want to see. If you want me to go more in depth in wholesaling and real estate, let me know as well. Okay, like this video if you found it helpful, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will get back to them, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.